What is up, our Willfield number one fans and viewers? This is Scott Casey Gale, Willfield number one. Today, I'm going to give you my recap and review of The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 5, entitled Go Get Us. And it was directed by Darnell Martin, and it was a good episode. It wasn't as good as the last couple episodes, but this episode was pretty good, but kind of on a little bit of the boring side, but not as bad. Okay, let's begin with the recap, shall we? Go Getters opens with Maggie opening her eyes in a bed at Hilltop Colony, where she was taken in the wake of Glenn's murder. Unfortunately, Gregory is none too happy with Rick and his co-submission to Negan, believing his people put Hilltop in greater danger than ever. Gregory wasn't all that likable when he was introduced as this, but here he's downright detestable. Yelling at a still grieving Maggie and Sasha, and insisting that they leave, and outraged that they buried Glenn and Abraham instead of burning their bodies. Plus, he's a Spanish jackass practically tripping over himself to please Negan's men when they come to collect their payment. Here's Negan's surrogate. You can hear his drum. Just as broadly as cartoonist is, and as the big bad himself, he has just it's cartoonist as the big bad himself. The brief glimpse we had of Dwight's inner conflict 2 weeks remains the sole drop of depth given to any of the Sabres. Where Go Getters works better as a showcase for Lauren Cohan and Sonequa Martin's skills. It's been a while since both ladies have had a chance to remind us what they can do and to straighten up the unique relationship between Maggie and Sasha. So, there's an awkward scene in which the Sabres release a horde of walkers goes on Hilltop, but somehow Maggie and Sasha, along with Jesus, are shown to be the only people capable of leading Hilltop colonists. But by this point, Cohan and Martin have so won us over by the way in which Maggie and Sasha overcome the grief while talking a much more provocative stance against Negan than Wicked Ellie, so obviously who only intended to the characters whoop the Jesus, so that he can then side with them against Gregory. They're not the only woman to take a stand this week, and Enid makes a return of appearance, fleeing Alexandria for Hilltop, where she forms a squad with Maggie and Sasha. She then gets an assistant with Carl, who undergoes the 2 rites of passage this week, driving a car, kissing a girl for the first time. There's an unusually joyful scene for Grimm season where Carl and Enid come upon 2 pairs of roller skates and, for a brief moment, get to be kids for once, holding hands as they skate down an empty highway. It's to justify Carl's decision to assassinate Negan. Hopping in the back of the Sabre's truck, where Jesus is already hiding, here it might be suicidal. Instead of a scene of a defeated Rick whipping away in Alexandria. Okay. And let's go to our Undead After Parts. Michonne looks foolish for being with. I'm not a big fan of the Rick and Michonne relationship. I think it's kind of awkward in my opinion. And also, I'm no doctor, but it seems pretty impressive that Maggie hasn't suffered a miscarriage yet. It feels like anything is wrong again. The walker then the company comes close to many of us have been in these 2 past weeks. Why doesn't Negan just move to Gregory's house? Anyway, I would give this episode 4.5 stars, 2 thumbs up. It was a good, decent episode, but it could have been better. We got to know more about the Sabres and men and Negan's men, and we got to see what happened to Maggie. And it's a good thing that she's still having the baby. We also got to see Carl kiss a girl for the first time. So there's a lot of character development built in this episode. There was no appearance from Negan or Wicked or what's the main characters, but it was still good. But anyway, comment down below in the comment section. Tell me, Scott Casey, what you thought about this episode. Anyway, subscribe to my channel, Willfield number one. Subscribe to my best close friends, BB717, and JH Films, Concert Kid 14. Subscribe to my Russian channel, the National Russian Shooters, which we got 100 subs. Subscribe to the NWS Revolution. Subscribe to the NWS, my other channel, NWS Network. Subscribe to NWS Gaming Channel and MWS Reaction Channel. Subscribe to Cody Morris. Subscribe to the Brad Woos. Subscribe to Vince Russo. Subscribe to Scorpion Death Job, Godzilla, Hawk, and subscribe to Global Smith Entertainment. Subscribe to That Beautiful Punk and Alpha Jones. You stay classy and follow me on Twitter at WillPhilN01. You stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out.